The fall of 2023, which sounds more like a sci-fi novel than a season of anime, is almost here. We have a whole bunch of new shows. A concerningly large number of them actually. Summer was somewhat weak as far as anime seasons go. I hope this season will be different. Here's everything I will watch from the upcoming fall season. I haven't made one of these seasonal watchlist videos in a while, which is a shame because I do enjoy making these. Anyway, let's get to it. Make sure to subscribe. We'll go through these as per their popularity according to Life Chart. First off, we have the second season of The Eminence in Shadow. This is a fun show. It's quite goofy by nature, but that's the whole point. It's unserious, the anime, and I hope the second season is more of the same. Also, let me use this opportunity to indulge in some Kazuya Nakanishi
appreciation.
Nakanishi is the series director, and the sheer volume of work done by him for the first season is absurd. Just look at this. He directed and storyboarded half the show, and he was still able to solo key animate an entire episode, all while being the action animation director. How is this man real? Anyway, I'm quite excited for the second season. Next up, we have Attack on Titan, the last episode. Yes, this will indeed be the end. Arguably, the greatest story ever told in the history of history will finally come to an end. I've read the manga and trust me, the ending will be controversial. It's a polarizing story, so much so that I don't think there exists an ending that will be liked by the entire fanbase. Just think for yourselves instead of jumping onto bandwagons. Also, the episode will have a ton of action. I'm excited to see how the team goes about it. Attack on Titan was my first anime and it's the reason why I'm an anime fan. Naturally, I'm really excited. Spy Family Season 2. Now, I will watch this, there's nothing offensive about it, but at the same time, it's immensely bland. I love slice of life shows, but this one doesn't really interest me, which obviously means I'll watch it. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3, because of course. So Season 2 was dog shit. I hope it's more enjoyable this time around. Also, Shingo Yamashita will direct the opening. Jujutsu Kaisen was right there. Dr. Stone Season 3 Code 2. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I love Dr. Stone. The first season of this show is one of my all-time favorite seasons of anime. Also, I loved the most recent episode. It was really good. I'm very excited to see which direction this show goes in. Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This is the big one, boys. This will probably end up being the show, at least in terms of animation strength. This show is also the newest member of the Our Pilot Episode is a Full-Length Movie Club. The show is being produced at Studio Madhouse, with Yuichiro Fukushi serving as the animation producer. His track record includes shows like Boogie Pop, Sunny Boy, and the Madhouse half of Tacktop Destiny. Bocchi the Rock director Keiichiro Saito will direct this show, with Toru Iwasawa serving as the action director. Basically, this show is in good hands. The team is going for a consistently high level of quality, and I hope they can keep up with their own ambition. Also, I've heard a lot of good things about the source material. Basically, this show has it all, and in theory it should be amazing. Dead Mount Death Play Code 2. I did enjoy the first core. Trust me, that edgelord name is the worst thing about this show. It's quite good. I liked the style of presentation it went for. Also, the characters were charismatic and therefore fun to watch. Good show all around. You Were Experienced, I Was Not, our dating story. Romance light novels are generally done dirty by their anime counterparts. The lack of creativity and animation strength ends up handicapping the show. The Angel Next Door being a textbook example of this phenomenon. The premise does look interesting. Instead of both the leads acting like idiots, only one of them will. That's good, I imagine. Of course, I'm only half serious. I do find anime rom-coms to be endearing. Next up we have, and if you aren't familiar with the show, I swear this is the real name, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. That's the name. And it has a love polygon tag. A love polygon. The exact shape would be a hectakai henagon. Fairly over the top to say the least. Hopefully the show doesn't take itself too seriously. Berserk of Gluttony. I've read the light novel for this one, and I feel like it's a diamond in the rough. The novel had a lot of ideas and concepts which, when polished, would make for an amazing viewing experience. Sadly, the adaptation looks about as average gets. This series has a lot of action, and the action animation looks unremarkable at best. It's a shame really, but at the same time I'm not surprised. Girlfriend Season 2. A love pentagon ain't got nothing on a love hectakai henagon. In all seriousness, the first season was meh, but whatever, I like rom-coms. The Kingdoms of Ruin. I feel like I might get a good laugh out of this one. It looks so comically edgy, I love it. I hope it lacks self-awareness and goes all in with the cringe. Next up, I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. And trust me, that name is a shortened version of the light novel title, which goes, I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. I'll spoil her with delicacies in style to make her the happiest woman in the world. I've come across a lot of these overly lengthy light novel titles, but this one takes it a step further. The show itself will probably be a decentish comedy, but dear lord, that title. Ragna Crimson. Looks like a good old mindless action show, why not? It's animated by Silver Link, so it'll probably look decent, hopefully. Premise-wise, it's whatever. Undead Unluck. This one looks interesting. It's a 2-core David Productions project and it looks amazing. The visuals are top-notch. If it can maintain that trailer quality throughout most of its episodes, it'll end up being a highlight of the season. The plot looks like your typical chaotic, goofy action show. Not much going on there, but it looks fantastic. The Apothecary Diaries. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Also, the show itself looks very pretty. It looks like it will have a lot of polish, which is promising. The premise doesn't reveal much, so I'm going off the visuals. Shangri-La Frontier. Another promising show as far as the visuals go. Based on the synopsis, this show is a typical VR, video game, RPG, Sword Art Online, Isekai, buzzword thing. But hey, if the fights look good, I'm sold. Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions. The synopsis is so incredibly vague. It reveals nothing. Regardless, it looks interesting. Also, the character designs look quite nice. Thing is, the ongoing undead girl murder farce is so good, it improved my opinion of detective shows as a whole. Under Ninja. Show look alright, me watch show. Nah, I'm just kidding. This one has a fair bit of potential, although the synopsis and the list of tags look like they belong to different shows. I just hope it knows which direction it wants to go in. Next up, Overtake. Believe it or not, this is not the only motorsport anime airing this season. This is, however, the only good-looking motorsport anime airing this season. Good god, the other one looks dreadful. This one looks quite interesting. Also, Studio Troika is in charge, so expect some cool shots here and there. Firefighter Daigo, Rescuer in Orange. I've never watched a firefighter anime before. Wait, no I have. Ride Your Wave. Oh well, good-looking anime movies don't count. Also, Fire Force wasn't really a firefighting anime, so this is a first. This is a first. I rarely get to say that, so let me have this one please. I've seen way too many shows. Anyway, hopefully this does a good job of highlighting how risky firefighting is. Fun fact, this isn't the first anime adaptation this title has received. It has an anime movie which aired all the way back in 1999. I think this one is adapting a sequel to the original manga. I'm not sure, feel free to correct me down in the comments. And that's about it. These are all the shows I'll watch on a weekly basis. These, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dark Gathering and Rurouni Kenshin. The latter three being summer shows which will air through the fall season. And I know what you're thinking. That's way too many shows. Well, actually, I'm watching less shows than usual this time around. Anyway, that's about it. Like and subscribe, you know, the usual. Also, follow me on Twitter, linked down in the description. And until next time.